You've probably heard this before. Eat more nuts. They're good for your heart. They're packed with healthy fats and plant protein. That's true. But here's what most men over 50 don't realize. Not every nut is good for your prostate. Some of the same nuts you eat for health may be quietly making your nights longer, your bladder weaker, and your body more inflamed. If you've noticed you're waking up more often at night, feeling that pressure in your lower abdomen, or finding it harder to empty your bladder completely, your diet could be part of the reason. And yes, even the type of nuts you eat can make a difference. This isn't about fear or restriction. It's about understanding how food affects your body after 50. Some nuts calm inflammation and support hormone balance. Others do the opposite, increasing swelling, fluid retention, and oxidative stress, the hidden triggers that make prostate discomfort worse. The good news is you can still enjoy nuts. You just need to know which ones to avoid and which ones to keep. Once you make that small change, your energy improves, your sleep becomes deeper, and your bathroom trips at night start to slow down. In this video, we'll count down the top 7 worst nuts for enlarged prostate, from mildly irritating to the ones most linked with inflammation and urinary discomfort. And make sure to stay until the end, because I'll share 3 clean alternatives that help support prostate comfort, hormone balance, and long-term vitality for men over 50. Most people think of nuts as the ultimate health food, rich in good fats, fiber, and minerals. And for the most part, they are. But when you pass 50, the way your body handles fats, salt, and sugar changes. That means some nuts that were once harmless can now quietly irritate your prostate and bladder without you realizing it. Here's why. Your prostate is a small gland, but it's extremely sensitive to inflammation, hormone shifts, and circulation. When those systems fall out of balance, you start to notice pressure, slower flow, or frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom. And the truth is, diet plays a bigger role than most men ever hear from their doctor. Now, before we go further, let's make something clear. The information you're hearing today is for education only. It's not medical advice, and it's not meant to replace your doctor's guidance. If you take medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or hormones, talk with your healthcare provider before making big dietary changes. What we're doing here is learning how to work with your body, not against it. And if this topic already feels useful to you, take a second to click, like, or drop a comment below. Tell me which nut you snack on most often, or which one you're most curious about from this list. Because when you comment with the word prostate, I'll send you a free prostate-friendly snack guide, a one-page checklist showing which nuts, seeds, and snacks actually help calm inflammation and support better urinary comfort. It's my way of saying thank you for being proactive about your health. So, how can certain nuts become a problem? It comes down to how they're processed and how often you eat them. Many nuts are roasted in refined vegetable oils, like soybean or cottonseed oil, that are high in omega-6 fats. Those fats in excess can fuel inflammation. Add salt or sugar coatings, and you have the perfect mix for fluid retention and hormone disruption. The goal isn't to give up nuts entirely, it's to choose smarter. Because when you eat the right kind, in the right form, they can help calm inflammation and support smoother, easier days. Let's begin the countdown, starting with one of the most common snacks on the planet, and the one that most often causes hidden problems. Nut number 7, salted or processed peanuts, the hidden sodium trap. Peanuts, or as most of us call them, nuts, are everywhere. They show up in snack bowls, trail mixes, and energy bars. They're crunchy, filling, and packed with protein. But for men dealing with prostate discomfort or frequent urination, the way most peanuts are prepared can quietly make symptoms worse. In their natural state, peanuts aren't bad at all. They contain magnesium, vitamin E, and plant-based fats that support energy and cell health. The trouble starts when they're roasted, salted, and coated in cheap vegetable oils. That's when a good food becomes a problem. Most commercial peanuts are roasted in soybean, sunflower, or cottonseed oil, all high in omega-6 fatty acids. Your body needs some omega-6 fats, but when they greatly outweigh omega-3 fats, inflammation begins to rise. And when inflammation rises, the prostate feels it first, often as extra swelling, pressure, or the urge to urinate more often. Then comes the sodium. Salt doesn't just affect blood pressure, it also causes fluid retention. That means more bloating, a heavier feeling in the lower abdomen, and more nighttime bathroom trips. For many men, cutting down on salty snacks is one of the simplest ways to reduce that constant pressure. There's another hidden layer: flavor enhancers and sugar coatings. Packaged peanuts often contain monosodium glutamate or caramelized sugar to make them more addictive. Those additives irritate the bladder lining and can amplify inflammation throughout the body. So what's the fix? You don't need to give up peanuts completely, just change how you eat them. Choose dry roasted, unsalted peanuts with no added oils or coatings. Keep your serving small, about a handful, and try pairing them with fruit or raw vegetables for better balance. If you already deal with swelling or nighttime urgency, replace peanuts with almonds or walnuts for a few weeks and see if your comfort improves. The peanut itself isn't the enemy, it's the processing. Simple adjustments in how you buy and prepare your snacks can calm inflammation, support steadier energy, and ease that lower body tension many men over 50 feel every day. Next, we'll move from salty to sweet, to a nut that looks gentle and harmless, yet hides another problem: natural sugar and hormone imbalance. Nut number 6, cashews, the sweet nut with a hidden sugar spike. Cashews are smooth, creamy, and naturally sweet, the kind of snack that feels both satisfying and healthy. They're often promoted as a heart-friendly nut, but when it comes to prostate comfort, cashews need a closer look. Their mild taste hides a few nutritional details that can quietly work against you if your prostate is already sensitive. Compared with most other nuts, cashews contain more natural sugars and carbohydrates. That means they can raise your insulin levels faster, creating small blood sugar spikes that affect hormone balance. When insulin and blood sugar fluctuate often, the body tends to store more fat and increase estrogen-like activity. That small hormonal shift makes inflammation harder to control and may worsen the feeling of pelvic pressure or discomfort. There's another hidden factor: the oils used in roasting. Most packaged cashews are cooked in refined oils such as soybean or sunflower oil. Those oils are high in omega-6 fats, which, when overconsumed, can push the body toward inflammation. The same process that makes them crunchy also damages their delicate fats, reducing their natural health benefits. And like peanuts, many cashews are salted or glazed with sugar. This adds more sodium, more calories, and even more stress to your body's balance. Too much salt encourages water retention, which can make you feel heavy or bloated in the lower abdomen. Too much sugar triggers more insulin and more inflammation, a double hit that your prostate doesn't need. Still, cashews aren't a food you have to avoid entirely. Eaten the right way, they can be part of a balanced, anti-inflammatory diet. Choose raw or dry roasted cashews with no added oils, salt, or sweet coatings. Keep your portions small, a handful is plenty, and try pairing them with fiber-rich foods like berries or yogurt to slow sugar absorption. If you often snack on cashews out of habit, try switching to pumpkin seeds or unsalted almonds a few days a week. You may notice more steady energy, lighter digestion, and better comfort during the night. Cashews are a perfect example of how even natural foods can backfire when processed or overused. They can still fit in your diet, just keep them clean, simple, and moderate. Next, we'll look at a colorful nut that seems fun and healthy, but contains something most men never think about: oxalates. Nut number 5, pistachios, the colorful nut with an oxalate problem. Pistachios are bright, tasty, and fun to crack open. They look light and harmless, the kind of snack you could eat by the handful without a second thought. But when it comes to prostate comfort, pistachios carry a few quiet problems that most men don't realize. The first issue is oxalates. These are natural compounds found in many plant foods, including spinach, beets, and yes, pistachios. In small amounts, oxalates are harmless, but when they build up, they can irritate the bladder or urinary tract and sometimes worsen the sense of pressure or urgency that comes with an enlarged prostate. For men who already deal with nighttime bathroom trips or mild inflammation, eating large amounts of pistachios every day may increase discomfort without any clear warning signs. The irritation is subtle, but it can add up over time. Another factor is salt and flavoring. Most commercial pistachios are roasted and heavily salted. Some versions are coated with flavor powders, lemon, chili, or garlic, that contain citric acid, MSG, and preservatives. These ingredients can irritate the urinary system and cause the body to retain more water, leading to a bloated or heavy feeling in the lower abdomen. The third concern is roasting temperature. Pistachios are often roasted at high heat to preserve shelf life and deepen color. That heat changes their natural oils, making them oxidize more quickly. Once oxidized, these oils lose their anti-inflammatory power and can even promote inflammation when eaten often. So how can you enjoy pistachios without causing trouble? Keep it simple. Choose plain, unsalted pistachios and eat them in moderation. Just a handful, not half a bag. Avoid flavored versions and skip those roasted in cheap oils. If possible, buy raw pistachios and roast them gently at home using low heat. You may find that limiting pistachios for a week or two leads to fewer nighttime bathroom trips and less pelvic tension. Every man's body reacts differently, but small changes like this often reveal what works best for you. Pistachios are delicious and full of nutrients, but for a sensitive prostate, their oxalates, salt, and heat-damaged oils can combine into a quiet irritant. When eaten sparingly and in clean form, they can still fit into a healthy diet, but moderation is the key. Next, we'll look at a snack that seems convenient and healthy, yet mixes together all the wrong ingredients in one small bag. Nut number 4, mixed nut snack packs, the inflammation combo. Mixed nut snack packs are everywhere, at gas stations, grocery stores, and even in office vending machines. They look convenient and balanced, a quick handful of protein and energy whenever you need it. But for men over 50, especially those with prostate sensitivity, these packs can quietly make inflammation worse. The problem isn't the nuts themselves, it's the combination and the processing. Most commercial snack packs contain peanuts, cashews, and flavored almonds, all roasted in cheap vegetable oils like soybean or palm oil. Those oils are heavy in omega-6 fatty acids, which, when consumed too often, create an inflammatory environment in the body. For the prostate, that means more swelling, more irritation, and more frequent bathroom trips at night. Salt and seasoning make things even harder on your system. Every small packet can contain hundreds of milligrams of sodium, plus added sugar and preservatives to keep the nuts crisp and flavorful. That combination pulls extra water into your tissues and adds unnecessary strain on the bladder. You may not notice the effect right away, but over time, it shows up as a heavier feeling in your lower abdomen and less restful sleep. High-temperature roasting is another hidden issue. When nuts are roasted in bulk under extreme heat, their oils oxidize and lose their protective antioxidants. Oxidized oils are one of the silent triggers of low-grade inflammation, the kind that builds slowly but affects prostate tissue the most. So what can you do? You don't have to give up mixed nuts. Just make your own version. Combine raw walnuts, Brazil nuts, and pumpkin seeds, each naturally rich in minerals like selenium, magnesium, and zinc that support hormone balance and tissue repair. Add a few unsweetened dried cranberries or blueberries for flavor and antioxidants. Store your mix in a small glass jar so it's ready when you need a snack. By building your own blend, you control what goes in, and more importantly, what stays out. No added oils, no sodium overload, and no stale roasted fats. You still get the variety and crunch, but without the inflammation that comes with store-bought packs. Convenience should never come at the cost of comfort. A few minutes of preparation at home can give you all the benefits of healthy fats, steady energy, and peace of mind, without the inflammation combo hiding in those shiny little bags. Next, we'll move to a nut that starts out perfectly healthy until flavoring turns it into something entirely different. Nut number 3, flavored almonds. When healthy turns harmful, almonds are often called one of the healthiest snacks you can eat, and in their raw form, they truly are. They're rich in magnesium, vitamin E, and plant protein, all of which support hormone balance, heart health, and overall energy. But the problem begins when manufacturers turn them into flavored versions, coated, roasted, and seasoned until most of their natural benefits disappear. Walk down any grocery aisle and you'll see them: honey roasted, smoked, barbecue, maple glazed, and chocolate dusted almonds. They sound harmless, but each one carries a mix of added sugars, artificial flavorings, and preservatives that change how your body reacts. That sugary coating may taste great, but it spikes insulin and blood sugar, which feeds inflammation and makes hormone balance harder to maintain. For men with an enlarged prostate, this can mean more swelling and less comfort. Salted or seasoned almonds come with another hidden issue: sodium. Just one handful of flavored almonds can contain as much salt as an entire meal. That much sodium draws fluid into your tissues, adds pressure in the lower abdomen, and can make nighttime urination more frequent. Then there's the roasting process. Flavored almonds are often roasted at very high temperatures to caramelize the coatings. Those extreme temperatures damage the healthy fats and create oxidized compounds that increase oxidative stress in the body. Instead of calming inflammation, these roasted coated almonds do the exact opposite. So what's the better way to enjoy almonds? Keep them simple and clean. Choose raw or lightly roasted almonds with no added flavors or oils. If you want more taste, season them at home. A dash of cinnamon, a sprinkle of sea salt, or a bit of chili powder gives flavor without harming the oils. You can also roast them gently in the oven at low heat to bring out their natural sweetness. When eaten plain, almonds support circulation, digestion, and hormone regulation, 3 essentials for prostate comfort. They don't need sugar or heavy coatings to be enjoyable. What makes almonds powerful is their simplicity, and when you keep them clean, they'll give your body the steady energy and balance it needs. Next, we'll move on to a nut that's known for protecting the heart. But when it's stored or eaten the wrong way, it can quietly add stress to your prostate. Nut number 2, walnuts, good for the heart, but handle with care. Walnuts are often praised as one of the most nutrient-dense nuts you can eat. They're packed with omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and plant-based protein, all known to support heart and brain health. For men over 50, walnuts also help improve circulation and may reduce oxidative stress. But when it comes to prostate comfort, these powerful nuts come with a few important cautions. The main issue with walnuts isn't what they contain, it's how they're handled. Walnuts have fragile oils that go rancid quickly when exposed to heat, air, or light. Once those oils oxidize, their healthy fats turn into compounds that can increase inflammation rather than reduce it. This process happens quietly, long before you can smell or taste it, which means many packaged walnuts already contain damaged oils by the time you buy them. Rancid or oxidized fats are a problem because they promote oxidative stress in the body, the same process that contributes to prostate irritation and swelling. So even though walnuts are anti-inflammatory in theory, they can have the opposite effect if they're not stored or consumed properly. Another concern is portion size. Because walnuts are high in calories and fat, eating large amounts daily can contribute to weight gain or insulin resistance. Both of these are linked to hormonal changes that can make prostate symptoms worse. Moderation is key. A small handful a few times a week is plenty to get the benefits without overloading your system. Storage also matters more than most people realize. Walnuts should be kept in the refrigerator or freezer, sealed tightly, away from light and moisture. If your walnuts taste bitter, smell sharp, or leave an oily residue, it's best to throw them out. Those are signs the oils have turned and may now act as irritants instead of nutrients. When eaten fresh and in balance, walnuts can absolutely be part of a prostate-friendly diet. Pair them with antioxidant-rich foods like berries, citrus, or leafy greens to help your body process their fats efficiently. A few fresh walnuts with breakfast or as a topping on a salad can provide steady energy and heart protective benefits. Walnuts are like a strong medicine, valuable but powerful. Treat them with care, and they'll support your health. Ignore their sensitivity, and they can quietly work against you. Next, we'll finish the list with the most deceptive type of nut, one that looks delicious and harmless, but combines sugar, oil, and heat into a perfect storm for inflammation. Nut number 1, candied or glazed nuts. The inflammatory bomb? Candied or glazed nuts are the sneakiest of all. They look festive, smell irresistible, and give that perfect sweet crunch that keeps you reaching for more. But under the glossy surface is a combination of ingredients that quietly fuel everything your prostate dislikes: sugar, heat, and oxidized oils. The trouble begins with the sugar glaze. To make nuts shiny and caramelized, they're coated in layers of refined sugar and heated until the syrup hardens. That heating process creates caramelized compounds that are difficult for your body to break down. When your blood sugar rises too quickly, insulin spikes. And over time, those repeated spikes contribute to inflammation and hormone imbalance. It may feel harmless, but that combination slowly disrupts the body's natural balance and increases the likelihood of fluid retention and swelling. Next comes the oil. Most glazed nuts are made with refined vegetable oils such as canola, corn, or soybean oil. These oils are high in omega-6 fats that, when exposed to high heat and sugar, become oxidized. Once oxidized, they lose their healthy properties and start acting like irritants, increasing oxidative stress throughout the body, including in the prostate. A small handful of candied nuts may contain hundreds of calories, several teaspoons of sugar, and a surprising amount of sodium from coatings or preservatives. That's a triple hit: sugar, oil, and salt, all contributing to water retention, bloating, and more frequent nighttime urination. So what should you do instead? If you enjoy sweetness, go for a natural balance. Lightly roast raw almonds or walnuts at home, and add a dusting of cinnamon or a drizzle of honey. Pair them with fresh fruit for flavor contrast, or mix a few unsweetened dried cranberries into your nut bowl. You'll still get that sweet, satisfying bite without the spike in inflammation. It's also helpful to treat candied nuts as a dessert, not an everyday snack. Save them for special occasions or holiday treats. Eating them every day, even in small amounts, can slowly add up to higher inflammation levels and less comfort over time. Your prostate prefers calm, balance, and moderation. Candied and glazed nuts are the opposite: a fast burst of pleasure followed by a slow wave of irritation. Cutting them back or replacing them with simple, lightly roasted nuts can bring quick relief and long-term comfort. Now that we've counted down the 7 worst nuts for prostate health, let's put everything together and look at what to choose instead: the foods that actually help your body feel calm, steady, and strong. Let's quickly review what we've learned so far. Not all nuts are bad, but the way they're processed and eaten can turn a healthy snack into a steady source of inflammation. For men over 50, this difference matters more than ever. Here's the list from 7 to 1. 7. Salted or processed peanuts, loaded with salt and cheap oils that increase inflammation and cause fluid retention. 6. Cashews, naturally higher in sugar and carbs, which can raise insulin levels and disrupt hormone balance. 5. Pistachios, high in oxalates that can irritate the bladder and worsen urinary urgency. 4. Mixed nut snack packs, full of salt, sugar, and oxidized oils that create the inflammation combo. 3. Flavored almonds, roasted and coated with sweeteners that damage healthy fats and spike blood sugar. 2. Walnuts, excellent in moderation, but easily spoiled when stored or eaten the wrong way. 1. Candied or glazed nuts, the worst of all. A mix of sugar, refined oils, and heat that fuels inflammation. The good news is that there are plenty of alternatives that actually help your prostate feel better while keeping your body strong. Start with raw or lightly roasted almonds, Brazil nuts, and pumpkin seeds. These are rich in minerals like selenium, magnesium, and zinc, nutrients that support hormone balance and tissue repair. Pumpkin seeds in particular are known for their zinc content, which supports healthy prostate function. Add flax seeds and chia seeds for plant-based omega-3 fats that help calm inflammation. Sprinkle them on yogurt, oatmeal, or smoothies for easy daily use. If you crave sweetness, reach for fresh fruit instead of sugary coatings. Berries, citrus, and papaya offer natural antioxidants and fiber that reduce oxidative stress and support digestion. These small choices protect both your heart and your prostate at the same time. You can even make your own snack blend at home. Mix raw nuts with unsweetened dried fruit and a dash of cinnamon. It takes less than 5 minutes and keeps you away from processed, sodium-heavy mixes. The takeaway is simple: clean, fresh, and balanced. Eat nuts in their natural state, control portion sizes, and avoid anything that's flavored, fried, or sugar-coated. The result? More energy, fewer bathroom trips, and a body that feels calmer and stronger. Now that you know what to avoid and what to choose, let's close with one final message: how these small daily habits can build long-term comfort and confidence. Your prostate doesn't need drastic changes or complicated diets. It just needs consistency. Most men don't realize how quickly their bodies start to respond once inflammation begins to calm down. Better sleep, fewer bathroom trips, and more steady energy are often the first signs that your body is finding balance again. Every choice you make adds up. A handful of clean raw nuts instead of salted ones, water instead of soda, an evening walk instead of sitting down after dinner. These small shifts might seem simple, but they build a foundation for long-term comfort and vitality. Food is never just food, or just every bite either supports your body's balance or silently works against it. That's why paying attention to the way your food is prepared, the oils, the coatings, the additives, can make such a difference. When you eat smarter, you're not following a diet. You're giving your body the tools to heal and function the way it's meant to. If this video helped you see how everyday snacks affect your prostate, give it a like. It helps this message reach more men who need it. And if you want to keep learning practical, science-based ways to protect your prostate and stay strong after 50, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Each week, we share simple, natural strategies to support hormone balance, energy, and overall well-being. I've also put together a free prostate-friendly snack guide, a quick one-page checklist of nuts, seeds, and snacks that help reduce inflammation and support smoother urinary comfort. To get your copy, just type prostate in the comments and I'll send it directly to you. Remember, good health doesn't come from one big change. It comes from small, consistent habits that your body can count on. Start with one improvement today, one clean snack, one less processed food, and build from there. Your body will notice, your energy will return, and your next quiet, uninterrupted night's sleep will remind you that every small choice matters. Because when you take care of your body with patience and awareness, it always rewards you, quietly, naturally, and in ways you can feel every single day.